Welcome back to Raw Sports Talk. I'm Chris, your favorite stat reader. Happy Thanksgiving. We have some Turkey Day football, and we have the Lions hosting the Packers, basically tradition. And the Lions are 2.5 point home favorites. The over-under is at 48.5 points. The Packers are plus 120 on the money line, and the Lions are minus 142. Now, these are the overnight odds. They will change the closer we get to football tomorrow. All of these games, regardless of good or bad, are going to get hammered with money because it's basically the only thing on to really bet on. Now, head to head, the Lions are 6-4 against the Packers in their last 10. The home team has won the last two meetings against each other. The home team is 5-5. The underdog is 6-4 against the spread, while the favorite is 6-4 on the money line. The over/under is 5-5, and at 48.5 points, the over is 6-4. Weather will not be a factor because of the dome in Detroit. They played each other already this season in Green Bay, and the Packers embarrassed the Lions 27-13. Now, granted, it was early on in the season. However, the Packers started out looking very consistent and unstoppable, and now it seems like the injury bug is kind of catching up to them, and we'll see how effective they are in this game. Now, Josh Jacobs didn't play in the last game that they played. I'm curious to see if he plays tomorrow. It could have been a strategic thing not to play him on Sunday to play him tomorrow because, the Lions game is a tad bit more important than the game. And he doesn't have any injury designation next to his name, so hopefully he plays. The Packers are 7-3-1 on the season. They are 4-7 against the spread. The under is 6-4-1, and they are 3-1-1 on the road. The Lions are 7-4 on the season, 6-5 against the spread. The over is 6-5, and they are 4-1 at home. The Packers, obviously, like I said, 6-3-1 in their last 10 games. There was a total of 19 points, 17 points, 47 points, and then 29 points. A 3-point loss to the Panthers, a game they should have won. They didn't cover. A 3-point loss to the Eagles in a game in which they were just seeming to do everything in their power not to try to score. They didn't cover that game. Then they beat the Giants 27-20, which the Giants are decimated with injuries, so they'll only beat my team by a touchdown. Finally looking more like a complete team, beating the Vikings 23-6. However, I don't know how long J.J. McCarthy is going to last as the Vikings quarterback. To me, he just doesn't look good, and to me, he's not an NFL quarterback. We'll see. It's only one season, but I don't know. I'm not sold on him. For the Lions, 7-3 in their last 10, 6-4 against the spread. The over 6-4. They're 2-2 in their last 4. They've only covered one of their last 4 games. 51 points, 66 points, 25 points, and then 61 points. 3-point loss to the Vikings, yet again. Then a 22-point win over the Commanders. That was the game they covered. A touchdown loss to the Eagles. So both of these teams lost a low-scoring shit game to the Eagles. And then a touchdown win over the Giants in which the game went into overtime. Granted, Jameis Winston can get you for 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. He did look decent, but, ultimately, the Giants are the Giants. Now, on the season, the Packers averaged 233.9 yards passing per game, which is 16th, 116.5 yards per game on the ground, which is 15th, and 23.9 points per game, which is 13th, which seems like it's slowly starting to shrink every week that we go on. The Lions, 252 yards passing per game, which is 9th, 139.8 yards rushing per game, which is 3rd, 29.6 points per game, which is 2nd. Defensively, the Packers allow the 5th fewest passing yards at 197.8, the 6th fewest rushing yards at 96.5, and the 5th fewest points allowed at 18.4. The Lions average the 16th most passing yards against, middle of the pack, 229 per game, 11th in the league in rushing against, 101.7, and 12th in the league in points per game allowed at 22.1. I'm giving the edge to the home team here. I think that's the reason why the Lions will win this game, and it'll probably be a field goal game. I'm going to take the Lions on the money line. I'm going to take the Lions laying the points. And the over-under is where I'm more so interested, because I could really see this being a lower scoring game and the team that has the better ground game wins. But we've seen a lot of these Thanksgiving games where there's absolutely no defense. So that's why I'm going to lean over, just because it seems like at some point one team quits because they want to go home and eat.